Hey there, I'm Brittni Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. I am so pumped about my guest today because I always love it when I meet people in person and we connect and we click, and then I'm like, I've got to have you on my podcast. So I'm so excited to have my guest on here today. Welcome, Amy Sanders of Amy Sanders Coaching. Welcome to the podcast, Amy.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. And also same. We met thinking we'd already met.
Yes. Yes. Well, I thought she was at a party that I went to at Christmas time. And then I'm like, oh, she's a coach. We should totally get together and talk shop. So I reach out and we're like, let's get together. And so we got together for lunch and it was love at first sight, pretty much. But we know lots of the same people. So we had a good time. And she lives right by me. So that's even more fun. But welcome. Tell my listeners just a little bit about you, Amy.
Yeah. So I am, like she said, I am a coach. I help a lot of people with their business, but also more importantly, the identity work behind everything so that it works. But I am a mom. I'm a stepmom. I've been an entrepreneur for, I don't even know. I don't even like to say how old I am at this point, like 25 years. And so I've done a lot in that time. I have been a broke single mom, built myself up to like a lifestyle that people look and what would I say? So I've built a pretty incredible lifestyle, and I never thought I could have done this when I was that broke single mom. So I have walked the walk and I talk the talk, essentially.
Nice. I love that. Yeah. There was a quote, and I've actually posted this. But it's saved. You know how you scroll on Instagram and then you save things. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this for my business. So when I post this on my social media, everybody acts surprised and think it's the OG. But it was a reel, and it just said, talking about like, why would you go to a trainer that was overweight or a hairdresser with like bad hair? You know, so it's just like, you know, it's like business coaches. Can you build a business? You know, where like when you're helping people, have you done it yourself kind of thing? And I'm like, oh, I love that. That's so true. So I love that.
It's so true. But you know what? In our industry, you have a lot of people that actually are coaching on it, and they don't necessarily know how.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've never built a business.
To be like, guys, I really can. I promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing the things.
I love it. Yeah. So tell my listeners a little bit about what you do and how you work with, like, because we're both business life coaches. Well, I don't claim to be a life coach, even though like I'm a certified life coach, but I am business. I do like the more the technical side, and you help people with their businesses, but your like jam where you feel like you really like shine is the life coaching part. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So everything that gets hung up in your business is actually some identity layer that you haven't healed, essentially. So, and it shows up everywhere. So someone will hire me for business coaching, and like quickly we are like diving into the weeds as to like stuff that maybe she's not healed about from her divorce or something else, but it's the identity work underneath it. So thought work is one thing, strategy is one thing, but if your identity doesn't match like your effort, if your belief isn't really there, like the identity piece, the deeper piece, not just like what's coming up in your brain, but if that doesn't match where you're going, you are going to get tripped up. If that doesn't match like the marketing system that you have decided on, but by the way, all marketing works. You just need to pick one that is aligned with you and that feels good. But if you are not aligned, if like you are, let me say this differently that I think will land even better for people, is you see the person online and she's doing all the things, like she's super successful. And so what do? You copy her strategy. You're like, okay, well, if it's working for her, I'm going to do what she does, because success does leave clues. We've learned that. However, if your identity, if your personality, if who you are is different than hers, which it most likely is, then things will land flat for you because you're not showing up in your true identity. You're not showing up in your true genius, your true power, and it reflects that. And so you will struggle and it will feel like you're like climbing a mountain, like with muddy shoes, they're caked on the bottom of your feet, you're like climbing, it's like so tough versus her. And you're looking at her and you're like, why do things come so easily to her? Like, why is it working for her and I'm doing the things? And so what I do is I help you learn how to do the things that actually work for you. And I do that through like understanding your identity and then creating, and then we can look at the strategy. Then we can look at the other things. And then we love people like you, Brittni, who do the behind the scenes things because I like the front end. I can see your blocks super fast. That is my genius. And so I guess that's my jam, but helping you make it easier, helping you feel like you're in flow.
Yeah. And I love that too, because even with me, I always say like our businesses are constantly evolving. If I'll get people who are maybe life coaches or they, like I work with a bunch of life coach schools where they're doing certification. And I tell them like, your business is going to evolve where you start at. It's not going to look the same in a year. And so you kind of have to figure out what you want to do. And you have to realize that you're going to evolve, you're going to change, but it's like, you have to figure out what works for you because it's hard to stay passionate if it's not your thing, When I first started with my business, I was focusing a lot on marketing, like teaching marketing, like social media and all those things. And I soon learned that it wasn't my jam. I like more the analytics and the systems and automations and, website, all bundles, all those things. But one of the things that I love that you said is, and that I learned is a lot of people try to fit into this mold. A lot of like business owners, they look at somebody else who, hey, they got big on social media. I need to be on social media, but it's not for them. And I love that you say like, you have to figure out like your personality, like your strengths, maybe your strength isn't, maybe you're not good at talking on video, or maybe you're better writing. But I think sometimes people just don't recognize like their strengths. And so I love that you can break through those blocks and see like, hey, well, what's holding you back? So what do you see? Like, what are some of the blocks that entrepreneurs have?
Of course, imposter syndrome. I think that's,
yeah.
You start something new and then you start giving yourself crap because you're like, I don't even know how to do this. She's so much better than me. And you start comparing. But I like when that's happening, I like to just remind you that when you start a job, you don't know how to do the job very well and you still have that imposter syndrome. So don't let that stop you when it comes to your business. Like it's just doing the things. So once you learn how to do the things, that gets easier. But the biggest blocks I see, it all comes down to like her worth and what she thinks she's actually worthy of attracting. And so, some women will make money really easy and the others won't. That's a money block. And so blocks around money come up a lot. Even blocks around visibility because you're scared to like really speak your voice and speak up, which by the way was a huge block for me. I was always told from a young age that like my voice essentially didn't matter. So like speaking up, being visible, that can be a really big block that holds women back in their business because they are scared to be too much. I mean, us women, business, let's not just business, but in the world, women feel like it's okay to shrink. Like, let's not talk about the hard things. Let's not even talk about, say you are making good money in your business. Like, let's not talk about that because I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. And so we're always dumbing ourselves down or playing smaller, and playing small doesn't give you the results you want. We need more of us to step into our power. So those are a couple of the things that I see just really often.
And I think too, like sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And that's why I am such a huge advocate of getting a coach, getting a mentor, getting somebody who sees things. Because sometimes when we're in it, we can't see what's holding us back because we're in it. And especially I think as women, we're so emotional. So we overanalyze, we create stories, but it's sometimes we need somebody that's on the outside that says, okay, listen, this is holding you back. We don't even recognize it sometimes. So
yeah, well, it's hard to see. It's hard to see through the weeds when you're in them, right?
yeah, for
Someone
sure.
else can see your situation so much easier than you can. And I say this and I coach on this, and I'm actually really good at this. And yet, yesterday, I was in my own weeds. I was in
Yes.
my own weeds with my business. Stuff was going on. I was like, I want to burn it all down. And here I am, like a successful coach who still will struggle with this. So,
Oh yeah.
no, none of us are perfect. But even yesterday, I was like, what the heck is going on? So,
I think it's like so interesting too, because people like there's been time in my business where I'm just trying to like survive. I'm in survival mode. And it's kind of funny because people will say to me, like, man, you are killing it in your business. And I'm just like, no, I'm actually not. But like it looks like I am. And so it's just good to remember that like we're not always killing it in our business. Like, like things can be deceiving, can look deceiving, so
and it's like entrepreneurship is up and down. I don't care what business you're in, whether
yeah.
you're a coach or you have a brick and mortar or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is a freaking roller coaster.
Oh, it is. It is not
Get
for
on for
the
the
weak at
ride,
heart.
buckle up.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Well, awesome. Well, I'm excited because Amy's been working on something and it just released. Amy, tell my listeners about what you've been working on.
Oh my gosh. I really am so excited.
She's very excited. She's very excited.
I'm so excited. I have brought this to like multiple people and the results have just been phenomenal. But so what I have done is I've already told you guys, like my biggest thing is I'm really good at seeing your blocks. And I do that through what I call my unblocked method. However, I have figured out how to help it reach the masses in a better way. But we have done it in a very unique way, meaning that if you have heard of the Enneagram or if you've heard of human design, both of them are awesome. The Enneagram shows you essentially what your fears are and like how you are showing up. And the human design shows you essentially like your energetic blueprint, like how you essentially should show up in your business, in your life, all the things. And so I've always been fascinated with both. I've always loved bringing both of those into coaching my clients because when I can understand them energetically, but also like what kind of fears they have, and I put it with my method, which is all about showing you like how to get the results, my clients get awesome results. And I'm really proud of that. However, we figured out how to make her, I call it the mirror. And so what she does is she essentially takes your unique blueprint, your human design, and it takes your Enneagram but it's mixed with my method. And so there's guardrails. She tells you, she shoots straight with you, and she gets you to a clean move, meaning you can take anything to it. I have taken now so many different types of things to it. So I am an Enneagram 8. I am a generator. I have my authority is emotional, and I'm a 3-5. And for those of you guys who have no clue what that means, you don't have to. You don't have to know what it means. It doesn't matter what you are, whether you know like how to make that work for you. What matters is that once you know your numbers, which I have a free test that you can take so you get to know this, she coaches you specific to your design with whatever you bring her. So it could be relationship. It could be like what's going on in your business. She is not going to give you bad business strategy. She's going to make you look in the mirror as to why you're questioning yourself. And she's going to help you dive deeper into your own self-trust, your own worthiness, all of those things. So that's why I'm so excited, is because she'll also probably make you cry. Sometimes, she shows you your fear straight up. And when you look at that, like it can hit, you're like, holy crap, just what just happened? But I think that it's going to be a tool that so many people can use just on their own that doesn't require to have like a 60-minute session with me. Like you can get to a quick move really quickly. And so that's why I'm so excited. I'm like, this thing is freaking so powerful and it works.
That's awesome. How do people find that? How do people access that?
Yeah. So it's barely launched. So you can just go to my website, which is amysanders.co, and you'll see information there. We'll also have, or my Instagram's the same, Amy Sanders Coaching, Coach Amy Sanders, actually. That's what my Instagram is, Coach Amy Sanders, and you'll find more information. But yeah, I'm just like so excited what it's going to be able to do for people at a level that It's not ChatGPT. It's not going to tell you what you want to hear. It's not going to give you 500 different things you can do. It is going to make you focus and move. And that's what makes it different. So
yeah, I love it. And it's called The Mirror, right? I don't know if you said that. Did you say it's called The Mirror? Yeah.
It is The Mirror.
I love it. Well, go and check that out. We'll put her info in the show notes. But check Amy out. Give her a follow. She's awesome. She's a good time. I tell you, this girl is a good time. So, Amy, I like to end all my podcasts with asking my guests 2 questions. So the first one is, what is a pet peeve?
Okay, I thought of something. I hate it when people don't speak their truth. When someone says she's fine, but she's not fine, and you can tell she's not fine. I like true connection. So I want you to shoot straight with me. Don't buffer, don't lie, don't be fluffy. Just talk to me.
Yeah. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay, what is a simple pleasure?
A simple pleasure for me, it's not that exciting. I like healthy food. But my simple pleasure is the Ninja Creamies.
Oh, those are delish.
The Ninja Creamies at night.
Yes.
That I love too.
Those are good. I need to bust mine out. I haven't for a long time. So, well, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Amy. Go and check her out. Try out The Mirror. It will be a game changer for you and your business for sure. So thank you, Amy.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.